Okay, next up is question 3A. I believe this is 4-point from the IBID book, and it's exercise 4.2. Let me do a quick check on that. Yes, 4.2, number 3A. Okay, 4.2, number 3A. And what we're trying to do here is to figure out the Maclaurin series expansion for sine x over 1 plus x. The trick here is to separate this into sine x times 1 over 1 plus x. Okay, and then we only want to go to the fifth term. So we find a bunch of terms for sine x and a bunch of terms for 1 over 1 plus x. The way you look at 1 over 1 plus x is you see 1 over 1 plus x as 1 over 1 minus x, and then you're just going to do a expansion of a geometric series there, okay? So this will become 1 should be plus x. In this case, it's plus minus x squared plus minus x cubed plus minus x to the fourth, and it just keeps going. Now the sign of x is on the formula sheet from the IB, and I'll just check it to make sure I don't make a mistake here. Where can I get my formula sheet pretty quickly? Let's see here. I put it on the Google Classroom page. So there's a formula booklet there, and you can get that one up. You should have a paper copy here while I'm doing this. I can see here that, yeah, the sine x goes x minus x cubed over 3 factorial plus x to the 5 over 5 factorial, right? And then it just keeps going. Okay, now we have to get 5 terms here, so we have to go a little bit further out on our own. The formula sheet just gives us the first 3. The next one would be x to the 7 over 7 factorial, and then plus x to the 9 over 9 factorial. So there's 5 terms here. We've got 5 terms on the other side. You have to imagine these things multiplying by each other, and then we have to just kind of sort out the powers. Okay. Maybe it's a good idea to change the signs over here in this bracket. So I can do that. So here I'll rewrite over here, 3 factorial x to the 5 over 5 factorial x to the 7 over 7 factorial plus x to the 9 over 9 factorial. And then over here we have 1 minus x plus x squared minus x cubed plus x to the 4th, and we've got a bit more room for minus x to the 5 if we need it. Okay, so the multiplication process here, you're going to take this x term and multiply times everything in there. Okay, then this term, which is x to the cube, times multiply it times all the terms here on the left-hand side, and so on and so forth. X to the 5th over 5 factorial times all of these terms. And what we'll do is we'll kind of keep track of everything in an organized way by first putting here in the first line the multiplication of x times all of these terms over here. So that gives us what? X minus x squared plus x cubed minus x to the 4th plus x to the 5. There's 5 terms there, so we don't have to go any further. Okay, and now we're going to take this minus x cubed over 3 factorial and multiply times everything over here in this bracket. You can see our first term will be a cubed times 1, so it'll be a cubic term, and then we'll place it right under here underneath this cubic term so we can keep track of everything. Okay, so we're going to get minus x cubed over 3 factorial. And then when we go to the next one, it's going to be to the power of 4. And it'll be a positive x to the 4 over 3 factorial. And then the next one is going to be a minus x to the 5 over 3 factorial. 3 factorial. And we can kind of stop there because everything else is going to be a higher power. And we know the lowest powers we're going to have are x1, x2, x cubed, x to the 4th, and x to the 5. So the next one would have been like x to the 6, but who cares? We don't need that one to get the first 5 terms. So anything less than the power of 5 is important. Anything higher than the power of 5 would go past the first 5 terms. So you can see here, this next thing that we need to multiply here on the left-hand side is x to the 5 over 5 factorial times everything over here in the other bracket. And the first term is already going to be a power 5. The next term would be power to the 6, which we don't need to keep track of. So we're just going to write down here plus x to the 5 over 5 factorial. And then these will all just, the dot dot dots just mean higher terms, higher power terms, I guess. Okay, so now we can put everything together. What do we have? We have one x term coming from right here. We only have one x squared term, but then we have to combine these two for the x to the cube, these ones for x to the 4th, and these three for x to the 5, okay? So we have minus x squared, and then the x to the cube is 1 minus 1 over 3 factorial, x cubed, and then x to the 4th is minus 1 plus 1 over 3 factorial, x to the 4th, and then the 5th term, x to the 5, is 1 minus 1 over 3 factorial plus 1 over 5 factorial. And these are just more higher power terms. So we end up with x minus x squared. Well, 1 over 3 factorial is a 6. So this is 5 over 6 x cubed. And then what? Minus 5 over 6 x to the 4th. And then over here, 1 over 5 factorial is 1 over 5 factorial is 120, isn't it? It'll be, yeah, 1 over 5 factorial is, yeah, 120. It'll be 6 times 20, yeah, 1 over 20. So we have in this other bracket 1 minus 3 factorial, this bit here, 1 over 3 factorial is 5 over 6 plus 1 over 120, x to the 5th. Okay, so we just need to simplify that. So over 120, this is going to be 20 times 5 plus 1. To multiply top and the bottom terms 20, so that's 101. So I believe the final answer is x minus x squared plus 5 over 6 x cubed minus 5 over 6 x to the 4th plus 121 over 20 x to the 5. And that's it.